How many of you in here are facing really, really big competitors that have humongous marketing budgets, like the Mercedes of your industry? Are any of you guys facing companies like that? Okay. You know these guys. The guys that have huge budgets, and not just them, it's their subsidiaries, you know what I mean? So we did some work for a B2B SaaS client, and Microsoft bought out one of their competitors. Well, now they're part of the Microsoft family, right? That's a lot of link juice. That's a lot of things that help them rank really well out of nowhere. So when you're competing with these guys and their subsidiaries, they've got the budgets, they've got the money. They are the Mercedes of their industry to change the way people search. We had a client, a B2B client, did like cloud hosting type stuff, but big, big, big. And one of their competitors, I believe, I forget, it might have been like Intel or someone, but they wanted to start calling websites that processed a ton of transactions. It used to be called one thing, and they had the money to change it to extreme transaction processing, right? So now you've got our client, little guy, you've got the big guy who comes in and now says, you know what, we're going to start calling it extreme transaction processing. That creates a problem for everyone here if you're on the smaller guy side of that equation. Because they're like Mercedes. They've got the money to get people to change the way they search. Now, can you use those words on your site? Maybe, maybe not. Here's a strategy that I've recommended our clients use. Issue a press release and set up a part of your site that talks about the fact that you may have heard people now referring to this technology as extreme transaction processing. But what it really is this, and it's the same old thing it's always been. What does that do? It gives you an opportunity to get those words on your site so that when people start typing those in, you've got a chance to rank well for it, right? And then the beauty of it is let them spend the millions to cause people to change the way they search, and you just poach off of it a little bit, right? Just a little bit. One of my favorite coups in search of all time, I'm gonna get way off topic on this, but you guys are just gonna have to listen because I love it. So, any of you guys remember the drug ad that had the Abe Lincoln and the guy and like and had the little groundhog like talking to the Abe Lincoln while the guy was sleeping? Anybody remember that? It was a prescription sleep drug, right? There was in one day, because I walked from my house to my office, and I was walking and I walked by the coffee shop. The coffee shop had the cup with the little groundhog on it. The bus actually went by with the big Abe Lincoln hat on with the brand on it. And it just so happens that one of our clients was competing with them, small mid-market drug manufacturer. But the main company with all their brand talent and the $25 million they spent never optimized one of the words that they had in their own ad. So what they did is they created the marketplace with all the smart brand guys, never thought about optimizing the site for SEO. So what happened? We optimized our client's site for the words. The client ranked in the top spot for the word prescription sleep aid while they were out there in millions of dollars of media getting people to go, oh, prescription sleep aid, you know what? Yeah, let me go type that in and see what that's all about. Boom, our client was there. It was one of the biggest coups ever. You might actually be able to do the same thing if you go against some of these bigger guys. And the reason why you can pull that off is because they're slow. They're slow. They don't think the way you think. They have to get 15 approvals before they can send anything out. So by the time, but they don't think search and their marketing and brand and budget. So what happens is the marketing and branding goes out and then search is an afterthought. That gives you time to catch up to them and use that against them. Use their own budgets against them.